Hey Taurus, I hope you're doing lovely. This is your November reading. Look, Taurus, I was just meditating with your guides just a moment ago, and I was getting like someone is really, like, they're around you, they're really controlling. And I feel like it's a shame, because they're impacting what your like natural inclination is to do, perhaps in a very like finite particular situation, but also perhaps just in a general energy space, like you're just not feeling like natural is what I'm hearing. Okay, now it doesn't have to resonate for everybody, but for someone I feel like that's going to be your top of the morning tea. Okay, and I feel like you're starting to realize more and more that you need to adjust how you're allowing perhaps this to go on, and how you're allowing this person into your life. Perhaps they've sort of encroached into your experience to a level and degree that is just gotten like unrecognizable. Like, wow, this is not what we started with, is what I'm hearing. So you could be sort of like pulling your energy back and being like, okay, I need to regroup and realize what has come over me, come of me. Maybe you're starting to give in to someone, and in the beginning the dynamic was a little different. So I'm seeing little roses. Now we have the Death card here. Some of you are also becoming obsessed with somebody. That can also be. But yeah, Scorpio energy. The Death card speaks to Scorpio energy. It said sport. Some of you are starting to spend a lot of money on someone. It's like getting out of hand. It's like, oh, you want a sports car? Okay, like, okay, sure, sport. Like you're doing a lot, and so you need to kind of realize, that Eight of Pentacles, like something is putting pressure on you. It could be someone projecting energy to you. It just could be somebody picking up on what you feel they want, and it's just like maybe the ball's in your hand, in your court. You don't have to throw that ball. It doesn't have to be that expensive, of a ball to throw. Yeah. Wow. Woo, some dark energy there. Yeah, there's some dark energy. I think someone has a cord attachment to you financially. Someone could be real toxic there. Yeah, they don't like the thought of like anybody telling you that you need to like ditch them as well. Like this person has grown possibly even like over and around you in a really unhealthy sense. It's toxic is what I am hearing. They're sort of becoming like Ursula, and they have these walk-in tentacles like all over you and around you, and I think you need to just pull yourself out of the situation for a minute, but it's really hard. It seems that this person is so far in and around you, and like some of you may not be perceiving anymore like your free will to leave, and observe rather than just keep like going on with it and experiencing. It's like a cycle. So some of you, there's someone who's like fiercely dependent on you, fiercely aggressively as well, like concerned about your every move, your next move, like this or that way, what does this or that mean? And some of you, it's a pointed fixation. They have something they're going to get out of you. Now, but however, for some of you, I feel like this person just generally is toxic, and this is one of the ways in which that energy manifests out in their dynamics with other people. Is they use the platform of their personal relationships to assert a sense of control, but it's not true grounded control where you're like in control of your life. It's like this person has perceived that they need to be in control of other people to be able to become the better version of themselves, and it's really toxic. Again, it's coming from this energy of like they seeing themselves as not good enough. They maybe started off love bombing you. They started off like endowing you with all these gifts as well, and it's a way to sort of keep you there, right where they want you. Even if it's in the space of I love this, I love you, thank you so much. They want to keep that way. So they're controlling your reality very, very subtly, very, very indirectly. There could be fear tactics that they may use, like the minute that you start talking about, hey, I'm thinking about going, and they're just like staring at you. It's about mind control here. They want to control your mind, and like the minute that they feel like you're about to kind of have a thought, like I feel like their energy towards you shifts and you can feel it. This is someone with a very intense energy field. However, they're not responsible with their energy. They could have, they're not responsible when it comes to ensuring that the people that are sitting around them are happy. When it comes to ensuring that they are not a burden to somebody. It's like, usually like a healthy person would be like, you seem like you're not doing well, like not spending time on those activities you used to love to do. You used to go and garden, you used to go and work out. Like, no, this person wants you vegetating. They want a vegetable boyfriend, a vegetable girlfriend, a vegetable person around them. Like, they need to control. So, and it's off limits to have that conversation with this person. So it's starting to sound like they are a narcissist. It's starting to sound like this is a fine line as to how far in you are with this person. Like, is this individual so far in your reality that you are not perceiving anymore, that you're like drowning, they're pulling you down? That's going to be the reddest of flags that we could potentially stake. And I feel this person is a master at distracting you. Like, the minute that they feel that you are, they're very sensitive to that. They know when you're about to shift gears. When they feel you're sort of like becoming more independent and your energy's changing, I'm hearing something about a Ford Mustang. They're gonna start, changing their energy up as well and like sort of adjusting to you. It's always about keeping you in relation to them somewhere very specific. And it's very freaky, honestly. It's kind of creepy energy. Like, I'm getting creeped out, like reading on this energy. I feel like this person is hyper obsessed with you and they need help. But it's like you're becoming like everything to them and everyone to them. And I don't know how you haven't gone crazy yet. Honestly, the High Priestess with the Knight of Wands. Let's get a little further. This person may, some of you having like an anxiety attack, like just, like being somehow even slightly in the vicinity of this individual. This person could be asking you a lot of really like personal questions. Is the type of person that wants to just get really like, they have no respect for your boundaries. And it's not love, it's not I like you. So no, if you like somebody, you respect them. If you genuinely like them. No, they don't like you, sorry. We have to reframe it because this is a particular person we're dealing with where they need people who are healthy and aware to speak for them on their behalf as to their behavior. This person, when they met you, did not like you. They saw you as someone that could be their prey. When it came to their inclinations, their drive, their motives to control. This person is not healthy. So you need to save yourself, Taurus. And I feel like you would know who this is because they're probably even watching this reading with you. That's how controlling they are. They're probably sitting right next to you over your shoulder, or they will go and check your viewer list like after, they're completely obsessive. Obsessed is not love. This person needs to work on their Pluto because it's completely out of control. And what really we're looking at is not somebody who is controlling. We're looking at someone who feels that they are being controlled by their fear. They're actually not in control. And that's why they feel they need to control as a verb, right? Needing to control, like a 9-to-5 job or something. They're a slave to the devil. That's really what we're looking at here. So you are also not free when you are with someone who is manipulative. When you're with someone who's controlling, you're appropriating this dynamic that they have with the devil. So you're not in a healthy relationship. I feel like you may need someone to just kind of explain that to you very point blank, without the fluffy duffies, without the, but I loved this about them when I first met them. That's a factor. But this is the whole algorithm. And if it leads to you not being able to be happy in your life, we have a massive narcissist on our hands. This person is not empowering you. And if you don't think that that counts in a relationship, then you're not quite ready for one. And I would say that you will definitely learn from being in one before you have self-love what a relationship really needs to serve a role for. There's no point in being with somebody if they're not going to empower you, because what's happening there is you are feeding their demons and your own. And I know that's hard to hear, and that's very karmic. And you will go through this life experience this person, I'm going to tell you as well, you know, they are fighting your path towards the light. I feel like they know very well what that is, like what's truly best for you. Like they've had that vision of you where you're like really happy and you're empowered. And I know it's horrible, but I'm seeing it. I see where they sort of see you shining, and like they kind of tell themselves like anything but that, can't let them get to that point. And they know that when you start talking about certain things, you light up, you become like human again. I hear it like that. Around this person, you're becoming kind of like a robot, is what I'm hearing. And you've noticed that about yourself. And I feel like you have these moments where you go, I'm not acting like myself. But it can just happen so slowly, gradually. It starts to become commonplace. And then, you know, what becomes the louder voice? The ego of reason or your intuition as well. And maybe you stop relying on that to a certain extent because this person is not supporting that part of you, is how I hear it. Like every time that you start, you know, awakening, this person starts talking you off of that path. Yes, this person is evil. They are evil. They have evil intention with you. So they don't want you liberated, because they are not liberated. So they need company there. And you're there right now and they like that. So yeah, this is very sad, and I feel like it's really hard to sometimes realize what's really at play in this so-called relationship. This is not a relationship. This is a demonic energy exchange. When you are with someone who's not able to empower you, this person has no right to be your partner. Someone who is not healthy is not in a space to be able to give. They need to be in a relationship with self. Okay? And the issue in relationships, as they are seen in society, is society portrays relationships as just like a very flat numeric value of sorts. Like a relationship, you're in a relationship, it's a fucking status on your damn social media page at a certain, I mean, wow, look at you. That's not anything. That doesn't mean anything. You could be in a relationship with a sociopath. You could be in a relationship with a plant that sits on your table. You can have a better relationship to that plant than you do to that person. So it's all very subjective, and it's not something we need to be sizing our life based off of, because the contracts that you will attract are based on your karma. And the irony is that the longer that you're actually with a karmic partner, the longer it's going to take for you to get to that real empowering relationship. If you're with this person long enough, you may not in this lifetime actually meet that divine counterpart. It's always going to be a sacrifice and a trade-off. So it's gonna be a matter of your ableness to elevate out of the space of discussion and negotiation with this person. This person will never want you to leave them. You have to understand that. You're not going to talk this person off of your codependent relationship. There's just no way in hell. This person does not want to survive without you, because they know that they're not going to. They need someone to satisfy the void. They're just sort of decided, like, never going to go to the gym, never going to build, my leg muscles out. I'm going to sit on your shoulders, okay? And you're going to walk through life for me. That's the energy. And do you realize you're doing the work for two people, in certain ways? And in certain ways, this person is very, very, very manipulative in that they have given you this sort of folly and this illusion that they are filling a void that you have, and which is not healthy. A relationship, we're not here to feel incomplete and we meet someone who then completes us. That's not a relationship in the divine order of highest light from Jesus, from God, is to serve. That's not the point of a relationship. That's karma. You're whole and you're complete if you are able to push karmic energy away and accelerate in your healing of self with self. That's why people get so triggered and jealous when you're just doing you and you're like, what the hell? I'm not even fucking focused on you. Because they see where you don't need the crutch that they perceive they do. So it's almost becoming like a status symbol to be single. Let's get real now. Let's get honest, right? That's the real level up. When you are like, no, I don't need a relationship, okay? I don't need the calculator. You do math in your head, wow. Yes. I do math, yeah, in my head with the one upstairs, God, and that's about your intuition. So that's the real status symbol. But karmics get you into fear, number one, and then they get you into believing that you need them to conquer your fear. No, okay, they're sort of materializing, okay, a story around fear even, and they're selling it to you is what I'm hearing as well. I don't know the relationship you have to this person, if it's necessarily going to be romantic, but I would say whatever the capacity, there's definitely a way that this person has sold you on their need to be in your life, on their presence being of some kind of use to you. So I personally feel so grateful to see through that, like that space of needing someone to fulfill me. Okay. It doesn't mean you're antisocial. It means that you are seeking the light within, and that doesn't mean anything to how you handle relationships with other people. So you're sort of negotiating with the universe when you're single, and it's like, okay, I'm not going to be with someone until they feel right within the space and they're able to resonate within the space that I am with myself. So you come first, and that relationship that you have with yourself comes first. But the issue is that many people, they jump into relationships. Yeah, I'm doing Reiki as I'm reading your energy field. They jump into relationships prematurely, and they give in, okay? And they give in when they fall into the line of thinking rather than the space of feeling, which is here, your gut, your first instinct was, let's say, I don't think I want to date this person. I think I'm better on my own. And then you go on the second date, the third date, and you're not listening anymore. You're sort of processing it as a discussion with this person. So it's very, 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 very troubling to try and find yourself in a space where you no longer are really. You are in compromise with regard to your potential, and people in Matrix love to frame you as, oh, you're antisocial, why do you want to be single, what's your problem, okay, like you can perceive it that way, okay. This is not the reality though, like for you, and you know why, okay, like you don't want certain things in your life at a certain point in time. I almost am starting to feel that somebody is trying to convince you of something, that you are happy here and that this is for your best, and it's kind of giving evil. It's giving evil, like when you know that someone doesn't really feel a certain way, but you're trying to change how they feel, like trying to talk to them, like don't talk to someone about how they feel, that's how they feel, period. There's nothing to debate about that, right? But yeah, I feel like it's very put down to you when this person hears you out, hears your side, and it's about your feelings, and then they're trying to define it for you, redefine it, and say it in a different way even, and sort of like change what you're saying as to how it means for you, your next steps, of what they should be. This person is very biased on your next move. Very biased on your next move. They are feeling attached to you. So I don't think you realize that. I think that this person though does, and I feel like they want you sort of in the space of delusion that's best for them. Okay, so now I'm hearing bird, B-I-R-D. Yes. This is a tragedy, I feel like if you are in this relationship, you just gave yourself to this person, basically. I'm seeing a skateboard here, and this person is doing basically what they want with your power. I feel like some of you, you know, you could have really achieved many things had you not allowed this person to take the conversation of with yourself away. And they almost made it something bad or negative, or like it's kind of giving like, you're not allowed private time, like you need to always talk to me and like run your ideas by me. It's disturbing. And I feel like some of you, it's just happened very subtly, where you start feeling like, oh, I need to talk to this person. Yeah, I need to talk to this person about this, you know, like they positioned as an authority figure in your life, like, and then you start realizing you're oversharing everything. You're picking up on what, yeah, you could have a lot of Neptune in your chart, like a lot of water in your chart. Okay, I'm seeing bright orange there. Yeah, they're sitting in your sacral. But anyways, you start telling them everything, and it's like, you don't know why. It's because they are pulling that from you, out of you. Okay, like they're very subtle in the way they're manipulating you. You are not even questioning what you're doing anymore. There's no more like intuition here anymore, is what I'm hearing. Like you're almost like not existing anymore, is what I'm hearing. You're not in a space of authority. Okay, I hear it like that. So this person, the way that they have sort of become, okay, a master in your life, I mean, hello, can we say it? Like they're turning into a slave owner, and you are working for their agenda. Look at your life. Does it look like basically what they're very happy with? They like the way your life looks, right? Like, correct me if I'm wrong, this person and you, I mean, you would not have a relationship. You understand on some plane or another that if you had something that you were doing that this person did not agree with, it wouldn't be cool. Like this person would have a problem with that. I keep hearing bird, B-I-R-D, bird. So yeah, they've kind of talked you off of all of your past hobbies, but they didn't do it directly. I feel like they sort of subtly became this authority figure, and then it's like you just started unconsciously wanting to please them. Like everything you're doing is just now to please this person. Yeah, and I feel like you've changed a lot, is what I'm hearing, okay? I'm hearing toy, like now you're always thinking through the filter of how this person would perceive what you're doing. And some of you have sort of lost your impulse, okay, even, and you're wondering why you're becoming maybe like kind of depressed, or, and this is a general video, talk to your person, but you talk to your practitioner, etc. This is a general video, but like before you make any lifestyle decisions. But I just sense that this individual has sort of numbed you, and they've sort of numbed your driving sort of voice within your own sense of self. You don't have a sense of self anymore. You're sort of like, me and this person is how I hear it, like, which is not a divine counterpart, okay? Because you're sort of slowing your vibration down. When you're thinking and you're logicking, you are in a lower vibration than when you are flowing and feeling. Feelings are very impulse, are very real, very natural, okay? And that's you reacting to the subtle body of everything around you, the aura of your world. So, but this narcissist kind of, I feel like they are wanting you sort of in a regressive state of how you are processing how you feel in your life. So they have you up in your head a lot because that's where they are. They're in their head and they are talking to you. So I feel like you don't have space, like you don't have room to like spread your layers out and like express yourself. And what we're looking at is repressed voice. And I feel, I'm here, Walters, something like that. You will you will have a reaction in your physical body to this over time. I believe that everything is energy. when you are not listening to your higher self starts to go, oh, you don't need me. And your aura is going to start basically collapsing and just coagulating and attaching to someone else, and becoming basically like one with that person. You're going to lose your sense of self, is how I see it on the astral, and you will inherit certain issues in your physical body if you cannot speak up early enough, is what I do here. Of course, that's not the point. The point is the energy. We're not here just to exist. I mean, okay, this is not about the 3D first. That's going to be a symptom, actually, of what's going on in the energy plane in your karmic reality. So there's a decision that you have to make, and I feel like this person is very awkwardly sitting in that room with your higher self to make sure that you make it the way that they will make it, which is not love. Damn, this person is evil. I see them like literally in your aura. Like when I'm trying to see you, it's like I see them kind of facing you. It's awkward. It's like they're like a poisonous spider or something, and they have their all 8 eyes on you. And it's like, I mean, it's not normal behavior. Like I'm trying to look at your energy, your aura, okay? Like everybody has their own energy. Hello? It's like, this person is the type of person to be like, no, we're in love, like, would love to throw twin flame onto this because that's just gonna, get you stop questioning why they're so clingy on you. It's clingy, it's toxic, it's not love. Twin flame is the highest form of love, and love is unconditional. Okay? That's the whole point of the twin flame thing, is you don't need to actually be in the presence of this person because the love is enough. The feeling of the love is enough. It's not a tragedy. Okay, that's a karmic energy. That's a karmic partner. So this is actually the very, I feel, worst in the sense of saying the strongest lesson you need to learn here. Because this person is completely glued to you. They don't want you healing. They don't want to give you space so you can go and ascend. Oh no. This person is completely crazy without you. And they're crazy with you. So they're stagnating. This is not love. When you guys are together, you're not ascending. So I just want to make that clear when I'm looking at your aura and your energy field. I don't see ascension here. Okay? Because maybe some of you are thinking, oh my God, but like maybe this is just like hard. No, it's not hard. You are blocked when you're with this person. It's a blockage and you can't move forward. All right? I'm hearing Teddy. Now, I fucking rebuke that. Okay. So then getting back to this energy, I feel like some of you, all right, this person is very awkward because when I'm looking at your energy as an individual person of all your own, I see someone sitting right here, like, and the orientation of their body is not normal. The orientation of their body is not natural. Someone, like, when you see people and their body language is, like, telling you everything you need to know about their relationship, like, the way this person is staring at you energetically, which tells me that they're completely obsessed and concentrated on you to an unnatural degree, is, it's like you're everything to them. So I don't know anymore. Like at this point, it depends. Why are we even at this reading? Because it's like you've let it in. You let them in many times. It's like happening too many times, and it's becoming ritual. This person could also be touching black magic. To which point, judgment. Some of you, you're gonna. If you don't know what this is, I'm seeing flower powder here. If you cannot see what's going on and you'd have no idea, and this is news to you that this person's a total control freak, you may hear news about this person in the last week of the month of November, and you may be very shocked. Okay, you may be very surprised to hear of what goes down here. Like, whoa. Okay. I thought he was a great guy, yada, yada, yada. I mean, but there's something here you just didn't see, and I feel like it's like these fangs on this spider. Like, you did not see the shadow. Oh, that's a Scorpio title. You don't see the other side of this person. Spirit sees the other side of this person. I think this person, yeah, I feel something is like crawling on my back. Like, this person has been doing spell work. They're trying to get you to fall asleep. They want you to fall asleep in the Matrix. And, so Anybody in the light would see it, and when they see you, they're like trying to tell you like you're falling asleep, but the thing is, when you're falling asleep, you're going under the water, and they're trying to convince you that like that's where it's really at and stuff like down there. It's like a no, because when you're sinking, you're not swimming with the tides, and you're not on the flow, you're sinking. Okay, you're artifact at the bottom of the ocean. You've stopped in time and space. You're like history now, so you're not creating. Are you cool with that? Because that's your karmic decision. But this person influencing the decision to such a degree to the point where they make you make the decision they're making when it comes to that decision, and I don't think it is one for them because they don't have free will. They have that much karma. Lord, you know, you've sort of like signed up for debt that you don't owe, basically. You're taking like, you know, all your riches and you're investing it in a dark hole. So, and this is what happens when we don't see our potential, when we don't see that we are like special in our own way, that we have our own specialness, you know, to us. That's when we sort of settle for these types of people who make us feel like scared to leave them. Okay? Fear of leaving somebody indicates two things. One, that you're not happy. Number two, that you're not with the right person. So it's not just not happy, it's you're not with the right person. You're not fulfilling your soul's calling, and you're also not with the type of person who can really empower you to become the person that could find your soul calling. So I wish you light on this journey. I feel spirit will abort it anyways, and I hope you're not tagging along for that ride, because it's going to be a very long one down to the very bottom of the ocean, and spirit will not come to save you because they don't see you anymore down there. I hear it like that. They don't recognize you. How can your guides find you if you're not you anymore? We're going to get more numbers, even though this is a very dark and heavy energy, you know, but we're going to see what comes after that Emperor and Judgment. This is not looking good, though, and I feel like this right here is the last bus stop off of this train with this person, and if you just can't wake up, you may not.